Next, we'll move to the DeSci category, and we'll start with Stadium Science. Hi, Mikey.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much to MVB program for having us today. We're thankful to be here. I just wanted to start off with what we're doing at Stadium Science. We're building like a sleep to earn protocol where anybody can earn points for their sleep data. And then on top of that, we're building a prediction market for people to bet on scientific hypotheses. And then on top of that, we're doing like a research university of the future. So that's kind of the outline that it's going to be through. So a little bit about me. I did undergrad and PhD at Stanford in computer science. I wrote 2 books, and I started a DeSci NYC, which is the largest science DeSci meetup in the world. We're backed by Polychain, DAO5, Blizzard, Balaji. We're partnered with BNB Chain MVB, and we're using Million and BNB Greenfield. Just a little bit more about DeSci, because DeSci is a little bit of a new thing. So I started this DeSci NYC meetup. We've had over 10,000 people come to our in-person events. We have everyone from investors to founders to scientists to PhDs. If you're interested in joining the next one, you can check out dsci.nyc. We've had a ton of speakers. We've had Brian Johnson, Michael Levin, and the list goes on, and 30 more. We've recorded all of our videos on our website. So what is DeSci, and why am I so excited about DeSci? Is because I did a PhD, and I realized that there's so many ways in which science can be improved. So it wasn't just about DeSci is a new way of thinking about, because so much of science is like trapped within these ivory towers. Research results are super slow, and the types of research that are being done are just being controlled by a select few professors and research and funding institutions. There's a lot of changes happening right now in how research is done also, because billions of dollars in funding are being lost, and which is actually a great opportunity because there's new mechanisms for funding things. But the underlying root cause of this is really the incentive structure in science isn't the best now. You have to pay to get things into research journals. There's a lot of reputation instead of incentives, and reputation that's used badly. And so what DeSci really does is it changes the incentive system in research so that the final outcome of the research, basically helping people or showing accurate results, is the incentive, and then everything works backward from there. Currently that is not the case. So the old way of doing science, the old way of doing things was sort of relying on experts. So look at like politics. If you look at the current upcoming the previous election, when people wanted to figure out if Kamala or Trump was going to win, they used to do it the old way, which was going to Fox News or going to CNN. And what the new way of doing it is using these things called prediction markets. And prediction markets basically allow for people to bet based on how confident they are in something. And this is a much more accurate way of doing it because it's not based on reputation, but it's sort of based on people having skin in the game. Now, that's for politics. Now, if you look at science, there's a new way of doing it, which the old way is submitting a paper for peer review in a journal like Nature. But the new way I propose is using prediction markets, where people are incentivized to do accurate science based on they're going to earn something in reward for their accuracy. So you're incentivizing accuracy as opposed to incentivizing reputation. So the way we're starting off with is for sleep, and sleep is the number one most important thing you can do to sort of improve your health. So even if you don't download the app, and if you take one thing away from this presentation, I would encourage everyone to get sort of a good night's sleep, because as Brian Johnson said, it's the number one thing. Once you have good sleep, you have good exercise, and you have good health. You have good eating habits. It also improves cognitive ability. It greatly increases your chances for living longer also. So, but sleep is also like a huge business. There's sleep aids, there's sleep tech, there's mattresses and bedding, there's sleep clinics, and there's sleep apnea devices. And I would submit to people that this is a quickly growing market. So these are the numbers now, but these numbers are only going to increase in size. What we're proposing is doing this new thing called, we're using this market to wearables to generate data sets that we can use in our research. So we built a platform on Stadium Science that allows for any wearable to work. So if you have a Whoop, if you have a Garmin, if you have an Apple Watch, if you have an Oura Ring, if you have a Sleep 8, any of the devices works. But even if you don't have a device, you can still use our platform with just a mobile phone. And we built some technology to normalize the sleep scores across each of these devices gives a slightly different sleep score. So we came up with a way that normalizes the sleep scores across the different types of the devices so everyone can compete on a level playing field. Now, once you have all this data, what can you do with it? And there's this new trend where people are actually doing research in a distributed way. So when Sleep 8 did this research, when OpenAI fired Sam Altman, they found that people slept a lot less, a little 27% less, and they hypothesized it was because of that. Or Whoop just came out with a paper published in Nature where they showed that exercising before sleep actually worsens your sleep score. Okay, so we're making science a game, and then it's very, very fun. And so you sleep to earn points, and as you earn points, you earn ZZ points based on how many hours you slept. And the more points you get, you earn more points for streaks. And you can level up. We have these different quests that people can participate in, and they level up each time, which is really, really, it's kind of like a game, kind of like Duolingo or Strava. Now, once you have the points, you can track your points and you can notice patterns and grow and actually learn insightful things based on how many points you collect. We have a leaderboard where people can actually compete for the best sleep scores, both locally and globally. So you can compete in New York or wherever you're based, but we also have a global leaderboard. You can take what your score was and share it. So we have awards for the best and worst sleeper each day. But what's really interesting is we're noticing people who are sharing their score, and then when they share it on Instagram, they're saying like, oh, this is the thing that actually like helped me sleep more. So we're actually learning a lot just based on the sharing data of how people share it, of what impacts people's score. And that's what this is all about, is collaborative learning and knowledge. We have studies that we're doing, so people can participate in a study and earn points for that. So we have different challenges. So go eating earlier, taking magnesium before you go to bed, red light blocking glasses. And so you can participate in these different studies and earn points for your participation. And then the thing that I'm most excited about is giving points utility by allowing people to bet on research questions. So for example, will New York or San Francisco sleep better? And you can use your points to bet on that question. Or do red light glasses increase or decrease the sleep score? And what's cool about this is now you're sort of building a reputation system where the person who has the most points and is able to accurately predict the research questions time and time again can be seen as a more accurate and more respected researcher. This is the first time we've published this, but this is a pilot study that we've been done, which is that we found sleep quality improves by 1.2 points for each hour you stop eating before bedtime. And what's cool about this is it's a small pilot study, but as we sort of gain more confidence in it, more people can join and make it a more robust study, and people can sort of look to see that this is, by joining it, we're gaining knowledge on, is this a study that people care about? Is it people can join it if it looks promising to them. People earn points for participating in it. And I think we are going to improve on the speed at which results are done compared to a traditional research university. So the business model here is we take transaction fees based on the betting. We want to do corporate wellness programs. We want to take the data and use it in clinical trials and sell it to pharma companies and license also the data set to pharma companies. But then also give it back to the people that actually give the money back to the people that participate in this study. So we take the stuff that people participated and give it back to the users that provided it. But then also one of the things that's really cool about DeSci is you're bringing off-chain data onto the chain. So you're taking this new data that's extrinsic to the ecosystem and adding value to the chain. One of the things I'm really interested in is using the Aura Ring and prediction markets to figure out how much time people have and give an indicator of what types of interventions are working. And then lastly, I'd encourage everyone to download the app. It's available on the App Store on Apple. You can find out all more on the link tree on our website. And we don't have an Android app quite yet, but we have a wait list coming. If you have any questions, you can Telegram me at Michael. We're looking for research scientists and people to participate, or if you have ideas on new studies that we'd like to see, feel free to message me. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Michael.